Uspap page 119 Advisory Opinion 21 Assignments, performed as an appraiser, to teach appraisal courses, provide sales data, collect market data, analyze specific elements of value, e.g. reproduction cost or functional utility, and develop educational texts. As defined in USPAP, assignments are performed by an individual acting as an appraiser. Therefore, all assignments fall within appraisal practice. The preamble, the definitions, the ethics. Uspap page 119 Advisory Opinion 21 Assignments, performed as an appraiser, to teach appraisal courses, provide sales data, collect market data, analyze specific elements of value, e.g. reproduction cost or functional utility, and develop educational texts. As defined in USPAP, assignments are performed by an individual acting as an appraiser. Therefore, all assignments fall within appraisal practice. The preamble, the definitions, the ethics rule, the competency rule, and the jurisdictional exception rule apply generally to all appraisal practice. As a result, assignments to which the standards do not apply must be provided without bias or accommodation of personal interest by competent appraisers. The record-keeping rule applies to appraisal and appraisal review assignments. For other assignments, there are no work file or record-keeping requirements in USPAP. The scope of work rule also applies only to appraisal and appraisal review assignments. Some assignments may include appraisal or appraisal review as well as other analyses that lead to additional opinions or recommendations. In these assignments, the appraiser must comply with the USPAP requirements that apply to appraisal or appraisal review in the appraisal or appraisal review portion of the assignment and, at a minimum, comply with the ethics rule, the competency rule, and the jurisdictional exception rule for the rest of the assignment. 7. What are the USPAP obligations for valuation services outside of appraisal practice? As previously stated, many individuals have other professional roles in addition to their appraiser role. For example, some appraisers are also attorneys, accountants, brokers, or consultants. USPAP also places an obligation on an individual who sometimes acts as an appraiser even when he or she provides a valuation service in some other capacity, that obligation being not to mislead the users of the valuation service about the capacity in which he or she is acting. The ethics rule states that an appraiser must not misrepresent his or her role when providing valuation services that are outside of appraisal practice. If a valuation service is premised on advocacy or compensation arrangements that are contrary to the ethics rule, the valuation service is not consistent with the objectives of USPAP and cannot be performed by the individual acting as an appraiser. An individual who sometimes provides services as an appraiser, but who is currently acting in another role, must ensure that intended users are not misled as to the individual's role in providing that valuation service. This can be accomplished through such means as disclosure, notification, or careful distinction when providing the valuation service as to the individual's role. Additionally, clear representation of the valuation services to be rendered in the engagement communication, scope of work description, or contract, as well as in written and oral correspondence with the client, should assist in ensuring intended users are not misled.